It's a great day in South Florida. My name is Chris Igoe, and today I want to have a little commentary on some videos that I saw here recently because I just did a video yesterday talking about when will home prices drop, and obviously there was no prep or planning for this particular video. It's raining out, I'm walking my dog. It's Florida winter, which means it's about 67, which obviously is Arctic, but it's raining, and my dog really needed to use the potty. So I'm not even using a gimbal on this to stabilize it. It's just me holding my phone, shooting from the hip, and sharing my reaction to these videos. So there are a ton of content creators out there, some good, some not that they're not good, but there's so much misinformation. There's a steaming heap of dumpster fire of nonsense that exists within the real estate content creator space. It's not everybody, but it's almost like there's so many different conflicting messages. There's so much just hammering the same messages home. And it reminds me of when I was a stockbroker and I was glued to CNBC, and literally I would follow every uptick, every downtick of every stock, every intraday trade, and try to extrapolate and interpret what each of those upticks or downticks meant. Now, obviously I want everyone to be educated, informed, empowered, so they can go out there, make the best decisions for themselves, for their family, and for their financial bottom line. But I also know, based on my own experience, if I am tracking anything to the nth degree, if I am constantly plugged into every single uptick, downtick in any market, it becomes overwhelming. It becomes almost impossible to discern what's the truth, what's noise, and what's real, right? And so again, this is not a knock on any of these particular creators, but I do know a lot of my audience watches these creators too. Full disclosure, I like these creators. I like their content. I think they do a great job, but I'm seeing 2, 3, 4 content pieces a week, basically regurgitating the same type of information, which is really just reaffirming the trends that I see in my market extrapolated across the rest of the country, right? Everybody seems to be experiencing the same similar dynamics in each housing market. Now, obviously it's not a universal truth. It's not 100% true. Each market is going to be different, period. I talk about that all the time, but the trends are very similar essentially everywhere. And so the reason for this particular video, I was just watching Scott Walters. Is that right? No, it wasn't Scott Walters. That's a different creator. It was Jason Walters, who I like, I respect, I like his content. But I've seen so many videos that are almost the exact same video, I guess repackaged, repurposed for different markets throughout the country. And again, there's value in that. But it's overkill, right? In my opinion, it's overkill. And I share that because and this is my personal experience, in really anything, I can become paralyzed by information. I can become, analysis by paralysis. It is very easy to become a sponge of the latest uptick, downtick of every market or any market. And it's starting to get really rainy here, so it'll be interesting to see how good or bad this audio quality is. Will also be interesting to see how long I can hold my phone up before the lactic acid in my shoulder makes me want to drop the phone. But whatever, it's all good. Where's my dog? This is total guerrilla style, no editing video. But I share it because I've seen so many of these videos, and he's super consistent with his messaging, and I respect that. So it's not a knock whatsoever. But at certain There comes a point where enough is enough. Now, to be clear, that does not mean you should not be informed. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do your due diligence. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do your research. Of course you should do all those things. But what I know as a boots on the ground operator is that if I am speaking to a client or a prospective client or someone who's just curious about anything going on in my market, then those reports are almost useless, because although they talk about lots of different trends that exist nationally, within a 15-minute conversation, I can drill down into what's actually happening local in my market with total accuracy. And the generalities, the painting with a giant paintbrush to illustrate a point, it's a ridiculous exercise. It's a academic exercise with no economic value. However, a 15-minute consultation on any market that any client or prospective client wants to discuss, that I've got access to that information, I can give them real, actionable, almost real-time information about everything, right? So all that being said, one of the things that I hear from clients or people who are curious that give me a call and want to know what's going on in the housing market. I got to switch my hand here. Oh my God, this is terrible. Oh, no one's going to watch this video. My arm was starting to go limp. Anyhow, where was I going with that? But anybody who has any interest in learning about what the market conditions are in the markets that I serve, I can give them real information very quickly. Within 10-15-minute consultation, I can tell them exactly what's going on in terms of inventory, pricing, distressed sales, mortgage interest rates, the leverage that we have given relative to the market conditions. And each market trades with different demand and different inventory, but I can drill down very accurately and tell you exactly what's going on with 99.99999% accuracy. So I'm not here to say that getting a 5,000 foot overview is a bad thing. It's not. But if you are looking in a specific market, in a regional market, and you want to know what's going on, then I tell you, stop the insanity. Stop. And I don't want to tell anybody to stop doing anything, but take it with a grain of salt, because the truth is, those numbers that are being shared, I mean, anybody can go to Redfin or any of these portals and read the reports that they produce for us. But they're not helpful, because they're not what's actually happening in the hyper-local markets. And I think that's the real value add that we bring to the table as boots on the ground operators that are transacting business at a very high level, getting our clients exactly what they want in this market, rain or shine. So if you've got questions about what's going on in the South Florida market, please do not hesitate to reach out. We are always here to help serve and support you, get you the best information so that you can make the best decisions for yourself, for your family, and for your financial bottom line. And you can determine whether it's right for you, but we can put a game plan in place which will definitively outline exactly what must be done so that you can score a deal of a lifetime and everybody wins. So yes, I'm a real estate professional. I have zero interest in you doing anything that's not right for you, but I have 100% interest, and I am committed and obsessed with ensuring you know what's actually happening so that you can go out there and get what you want, period. Because make no mistake, we're going into a housing market recession. Maybe that's a crash. Maybe that's a correction. And maybe in my market, it's nothing. Maybe it just trades flat. But I don't know. I don't know what the timeline on that is. But I do know that at some point in the future, whether that's 2023, 2024, 2025, the financial and economic landscape will have changed, and there will be many more opportunities to capitalize on undervalued opportunities. And so you can go out there and max out whatever that opportunity is. So I hope that made sense. Go out there, have a great day. If there's ever anything we can do to help serve or support you, please reach out immediately. And I'm going to hopefully get home soon so I don't get too drenched and I don't step in dog poop. But we're getting after it. I hope you do too. And check out my next video because I suspect you'll love it a lot. And if you've got any questions about any city within South Florida, then please opt in for our city/relocation guide. It's going to tell you everything you want to know about every city within South Florida. And then from there, I notice most of you are not local in my market. If you are looking for a real estate professional or a mortgage professional that we know, like, and trust, that can get you exactly what you want, the best deal, the best rate, the best terms, the best everything, serve and support you at the highest level, then please opt in for a referral now. We will get you hooked up right away. And that's it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and until next time, well, check out my next video, and then until next time, peace.